This is the Play No Games podcast. We're the hardest working podcast in Portland, Oregon, man.
Play no
game. Play
no
games
podcast
slash show.
Oh, time out. That's exactly how we have to do it.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go straight into it. Welcome back to the Play No Games podcast slash show.
Oh my gosh.
You have your wonderful host, Rob.
Koss on the left side.
Arthur.
And we're back here again.
Yep.
And we're here to put you on a higher vibration, get you through to navigate some social situations and help you through your relationships, because we all want you to be the best version of yourself. And how do you get there? By mastering and being balanced at all those levels. So,
Oh, you coming up with new things, huh? How you expect us to keep track if you come up with something new every week?
Seriously.
I gotta keep you on your toes.
Yeah, I see.
Speaking about balance, you know what helps balance this show? I know some dead friends. I know Ben Franklin, Susan B. Anthony.
Oh my God.
Harriet Tubman should be on one of those pretty soon, right? So we need some cash moolah. So if you like what we do and you want us to help us grow and not just use Robert's tax returns, we
Damn.
Because it's true. Please, $ Hero Bob. It's gonna go to the Cash App. It's gonna eventually pay these guys.
Yes. Hopefully.
Man,
Maybe.
Damn.
$ Hero Rob.
Exactly. Y'all working on
$ Hero Rob. Yes.
Thank you. And you can follow us on Play No Games on YouTube. We're on Instagram, but we're at lookhere.fir. We have some dope things coming out in the summer. You can get some of our clips, but you can also listen to us on Spotify, Apple Music, and Anchor. Hey, we're there for your visual and audio pleasure.
There you go.
But before we get into our very first segment, I gotta let y'all know something. We got short winning. Let me walk the back. We got film short winning. Portland Gear City Modeling.
Wow, okay.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to act my way onto whatever scene, and I'm going to model my ass off. Rashad on the podcast slash show tonight. Let's welcome him, gents.
I love that ovation. Nice.
There you go.
Hey, we just wanted to have another dope, hardworking person on the show because you definitely embody what we're trying to let the people know. And before we get into anything about you and everything else, we want you to feel comfortable. This is our home, Mi Casa and Su Casa, and my boy AJ is going to let you know our very first segment that we do, and then afterwards we'll get into the little things that you do.
All right. Cool.
So how we start our show is we have this segment called Play No Games, and in this process you talk about anything. It can be about positive, negative, what you learned today, something that you do not want to play no games with. So yeah, we're gonna start with you. What do you play no games with?
I'm gonna be serious for this one. And,
all right.
Play no games with your health.
Ooh, I like it. Yeah. Go
Definitely.
ahead. Continue. Elaborate.
Because I just got out of the emergency. Body was aching, pain all over. So you just gotta take care of yourself. Drink your fluids, eat the right foods.
Man, respect.
Be on top of it.
Yes, I love that.
Man,
You can say that twice, 3 times, and 4 times. You know, I'm the vegetarian on the show. We always talk about this.
Oh,
so
what?
I respect that 100%. You know,
Take
care of your body. Your body will take care of you.
this guy, if we get stranded on an island and we cooking a pig, we be like, hey, you can't have none of this.
And I'm gonna be like, have your pig.
And you go eat one walnut and be like, look here.
No,
Hey, I'm gonna survive.
we'll make him a nice little bean stew.
He fucks with you. We were supposed to tag team him. Why?
We gotta make something for everyone, man.
First off, you got to learn how to catch a pig first.
We could. Wow, we're going here. We're going here.
This is taking an interesting turn here.
Yeah. So wait a second. Do you think I couldn't hunt a pig on
No.
the island?
I don't think so either. That's
Wow.
tough.
You don't think I can kill a warthog?
Wait, what you gonna use, Robert?
I would sharpen a stick. I would
okay.
make a spear. I would make a
okay.
trap. Y'all, it's capping. You should know better.
You know, like pigs can like really get away from you. They like really can't.
They're really fast.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine
Like-
with that. And he's gonna get tired.
All right. Okay.
I'll take you out
not
to
as fast
Texas.
as you will get tired.
I'm a jog.
Not as fast as you'll get tired.
I'll take you to Texas, and we'll do the pig hunts in Texas, and we'll see how
All
you
right.
do.
So
All right?
it's all right. I love this. I love this doubt. You know what? I'm not about to play no games about that. But all of that, I agree with you when it comes to health. I just want to put that out there too as well. Your boys, getting up there, and I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
For my young bucks, if y'all don't stretch,
Ooh.
if y'all don't know the power of stretching,
Oh,
y'all
my
missing
God.
out.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So I'm just letting y'all know, if y'all be hooping, stretch before you hoop. That's all I gotta say. Diaries of an old man.
Ooh. You got one of them old cramps, huh? Them good old legs, sore legs.
Charlie visited me.
Show me some stretches after this. I'm curious how flexible you are.
So y'all, first and foremost, y'all don't think I can catch a pig. Y'all so rough.
I'm just curious.
All right. I'll go since I've been talking. You know what I actually don't want to play no games about is currently.
You get two?
No, I wasn't.
I'm just.
It's cute.
Okay. It's fine. It's fine.
As you see, this is how we do. We all.
I like it. I like the vibe. Definitely. It's dope.
You know what I don't want to play no games about? I'm actually very upset. I don't want to play no games about the treatment of Will Smith. I wasn't going to make it into a segment.
Here we go.
I wasn't going to make it into a segment because there's something else more important than that. But this man has given 30 years of a good career. And by all means, he's done one suspect thing. I'm not going to label what I would deem it, but it's suspect. I wouldn't have done that. I did something different. I mean, look, I've been talking to Chris Rock afterwards, but all I got to say is I just don't like how society truly can't wait to take someone down. Not excusing, not excusing what Will did 1,010%, but 30 years of great work, and now he's the villain. He's paying now.
They really turned on him.
Did
Instantly.
Really did.
And the worst part about it is even his wife turned on him quick. And that for me was damn, he defended you and you turned on him. I never wanted to marry him. Wait, time out. Wait, huh? How does that have to do
she's a
with
sorceress? You said that? She's
I ain't
magical
It's
powers?
just a serpent, dude.
I didn't say that, but it's
Chrome Dome.
the one person that's supposed to be standing in his corner. The reason why he did what he did, and you the main one against him. That's the part that killed me. It was damn. Yeah. Okay. We opened up a box.
Yeah, we could go down.
You have thoughts, Cos?
Will got what he deserved.
Really?
Here we go.
No, I'm just saying.
Go ahead. What did he do?
He did what he did. Now he has to pay for it. People aren't gonna like him for a couple months, and then it'll blow over once he does something nice. It's the circle of being famous. Everyone wants to tear you down anytime you're at that podium.
Fair enough.
Look at what they're doing to Russell Westbrook right now.
Oh, I've been on this Russell Westbrook train. I've told y'all.
And he deserves it, but not to get into basketball stuff. But
I got some Russell Westbrook stuff for
Yeah.
later. But do you have any thoughts about that, or you can just
Will Smith or Russell Westbrook?
both?
either one, whichever one's more
one.
interesting to you.
I mean, it's just so hard to say, because we're not in the walls living with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. So we don't know
absolutely. Yeah.
what goes on in their household. As far as him slapping Chris Rock, I don't think he should have done that.
1,000.
I would have talked to him in the green room or backstage. Hey man, you called out my wife. I don't like that. And just take it from there. I didn't think the world was going to turn on him the way they did. I think that was a little bit extra, banning him for 10 years from the Oscars, taking him away from the Academy. I think that's too much. Like you said, he's given 30 years, So I don't know. Maybe a slap on the wrist, but I don't know what the punishment should be. I don't know. But
Yeah, I respect that.
I feel like, the punishment that got what it is too much.
We need a court of public opinion, like in real life.
Da-da-da.
Like there needs to be a court of all right, well, this is your
That's
punishment.
the problem with the world nowadays. It's public opinion and it's not the rule of law anymore.
Yeah,
So,
it's on Twitter.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the core.
And I think to go with that, I think everybody has an opinion.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So everybody has a part to say. Everybody wants to say something about it. Now, whatever, like then it automatically just draws a line between two sides, and it's like pick a side, and now express
Exactly.
yourself. And instead of like everyone just being able to, you know, agree to disagree or whatever and move forward, it's like, nah, you have to pick a side. And I think that is, for me, is like where it becomes a lot more frustrating than it needs to be and becomes bigger than it needs to be.
And that's when I step out of it. Like it's like they're making you choose. Like, no, you have to be on my side or their side. That's when I'm like, all right, well, you know, I can see the other side of it, but you can also see like my side. And then when it comes like so hostile, that's when I'm like, all right, this is just, it's not that serious to me. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
And like I so glad that this kind of went this way, because I've had like a different like thought like coming into like this generation, actually bringing up our old episode with like Roz and like technology and things like that. I think Twitter and some of like Instagram and started with Facebook too as well is like really like hurting all the things that you were all saying, because there was a time where we only got a select amount of people's opinions. Like everybody has an opinion about something. And like I get it with freedom of speech and things like that, but like sometimes someone's opinion is like, what? No.
it's irrelevant.
It's that well, no, that makes no logical sense. Where this is why at least the people that we have on here, and speaking of guests and things like that, we try to open it up where like I don't always agree with AJ, I don't always agree with you, or I don't always agree with him. We're trying to model. That's our niche. That's what we're trying to fill the market with, because everybody's got a podcast, everyone's doing this, but it's kind of like, how much purpose are you having with the people that you're having on? Like, is it just, for fan service, fanfare? Because there's literally, everyone has an opinion about something. We always don't have to have an opinion about something.
Absolutely, yeah.
True.
So, yeah.
Costly on you. What you
Now let me talk
playing
about
no games
my opinion.
Yeah.
What I'm not playing no games about, something that happened to me. I went to get a sandwich for lunch today, and I ordered my sandwich, whatever. I pay in cash. This is important to the story.
Okay.
And then I go sit down. One of the employees, like, sweeping the floor, says, like, how you doing today? I'm like, oh, I'm good, whatever, on my phone, waiting for my sandwich. And then they come back around, like, hey, do you have $2? And I was like, that would put me in such an awkward situation. I've never had an employee of a place ask me, like, hey, do I have money on me to give them? So I paid in cash, but I told them, sorry, I only have my card. So, but I don't know why that just like caught me so off guard. And I was like thinking about that the whole day. Like, you're at work. Like, what do you need $2 from me for? And was I the bad person? Should I have given them those $2?
Are you sure he really worked there?
Well, they were sweeping the floor, so I imagine
That's interesting.
they had like the apron, but I don't know. Like, yeah, it just got me so off guard, and I was like, maybe I should have. But a part of me also would have been like weirded out if everyone else just saw me like pull my wallet out and give this person $2.
Court of public opinion. Was he in the wrong or right?
I think he was in the right. You worked there. Like,
Yeah.
why are you asking me for $2? Like, I would have said no too. In that situation, I would have said no also. I'm like, this dude works there.
Yeah, I was just
No.
it really caught me off like left field. Just
Yeah, I don't know what I would have done. I probably would've just looked at him crazy and just kept doing what I was doing. Like, yeah, that's weird.
You know what? I'll be the odd one out. I say you're in the wrong.
you say I'm in the wrong. Okay,
That was your angel.
that was my angel.
That was your angel.
And I told my angel to fuck off.
Exactly. That was your.
I hope that was what that person looked like. I hope that's not my angel.
How was that his angel? Like, angels are supposed to bless you. Like, he was
Give
gonna
me
bless-
signs or something,
Yeah, his sign was just give me $2.
Oh no.
dude. I give enough money, man.
You should have gave him $2
Next time.
next time.
Next time I see a guy on the side of the street,
Make sure you film it too.
I'll film
That's
it.
how you know it's real. I'm giving to the houseless. I'm virtuous. I don't like when people do that.
No.
So, with all that being said, I'm glad that we are all not playing games about something. And you know what I don't want to play any games about is our guest. And let me tell you guys, when it comes to superstar in the making,
Oh my god.
he wants it and embodies it. And I've worked with him and I got to see some of his work. And I think I just want to start things off with just right off the bat. When it comes to modeling, when it comes to film, what was the guiding light to bring you into the whole superstar
I think
mantra?
we're getting ahead of ourselves. calling it superstar, way ahead of ourselves.
I'm calling it early.
But you know, I was doing like church plays for my aunt. She like writes, you know, plays when we were me and my brothers were growing up. Jamal was in those plays. LaRon was in those.
Oh hell! Yeah.
Oh, Jamal?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he was. You know, there's probably an old VCR tape somewhere.
No, please send it.
I'm gonna need that tape.
That's
You know,
funny.
but she really like, my aunt set me on that path of acting. So like I got to do it on the stage, and then I was like, how can I make this bigger? Like how can I blossom and make this bigger? You know, then I became like an extra on Grimm. Started doing extra work on Grimm, extra work on the Librarians, just films and TV shows that would shoot in Portland, Oregon, maybe Seattle, Washington. I would go up there and be like an extra or something like that. And then this dude, I was an extra on Grimm. I will never forget it. Speaking of angels, this was probably my angel. I will never forget this. I was an extra on Grimm, just sitting there waiting to go on. This dude randomly came up to me and said, "Do you want to model for Adidas?" And I said, "Sure." He said, "Give me your name and your email." I put down my name, put down my email. 2 weeks later, I got an email about an Adidas photo shoot, and it was a Just a Kid from photo shoot with Derrick Rose.
Oh snap!
So
Damn.
and this is my first photo shoot ever.
Oh snap!
And I was there, and it was amazing. And then I made connections. You know, you had an Adidas photo shoot with the Coca-Cola, Just a Kid from. They did a collaboration and all that. It was a good look. And ever since then, I've just been modeling and acting. And that was like 10 years ago when they did the Just a Kid from thing. I don't know, maybe longer. I don't know. But ever since then, I've been doing the modeling and acting.
That's crazy.
Very cool.
That's such a dope experience, a unique like opportunity just to come out of the blue and
Yeah.
open
Never
up,
seen that
like,
dude again. Never seen him. Don't know his name.
Really?
Don't know his number. He just randomly came up to me and was like, "Do you want to model for Adidas?" I was like, "Sure."
Damn.
Gave him my name, email. 2 weeks later, I get an email about a photo shoot with Adidas. So.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So it
History in the making.
So it sounds like it's something you kind of like fell into and fell in love with, or was it something you really like were like, no, this is what I want to do?
Like in the beginning, even doing the church plays, like how can I do this bigger? So it's
Okay.
always something I wanted to do, but
Yeah.
maybe that was just the extra push,
Yeah,
you know, to get me to where I am now. So.
it's awesome.
That's super dope, man. Such a dope experience, man. What about modeling acting that really like brings you to it?
I just like the craft, you know, like mastering a role. Like in the mirror, I'll practice different voices, different facial expressions, and just different ways to like deliver the lines. And I have a girlfriend, we live together, and I'm like, you have to read this line, and we read back and forth, you know.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, Rashad, you're not doing it. You have to do it like this, and like, she's,
Oh, wow.
you know, real talk. So
Yeah.
I'm really about it, you know.
So I have I have an older brother who does the whole superstar, you know, thing too as well. And
Nice.
I'm bringing in real life experience and like laughter because like sometimes when you prepare for a role, right? I'll be talking to him sometimes and like he'll just talk to me in a British accent. And I'll be like, nigga, I mean, black person, why are you doing that? I was kind of like, that makes no sense. So like when you prepare for a role, what does that look like? I know my brother does like his whole like smorgasbord of things. I know you talked about your girlfriend, but what are other ways do you get in tune to a character or preparing for a role?
Say for example, so I can't say too much about it, but there's a short film coming up that films in Seattle that I had to audition 4 times for, and I finally got the part. This was recently.
Hey, congratulations!
There you go.
Congratulations!
Appreciate that.
Super dope.
We film later in the summer, I believe. But yeah, and then preparing for a role. So he's like a mountain biker type of dude. So like going out to like Multnomah Falls or something like that and preparing for the role and something like that. So I mean that's just like a smidget of it.
All right.
So really just putting yourself into the environment of the person that you'll be playing to almost like become that person individually.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's super conscious piece. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, like, do you ever watch YouTube videos
I
or
don't
like?
really. I try to stay off of YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Interesting.
I mean, I watch your guys' show on YouTube.
Shameless plug.
What makes you stay like away from YouTube? Like why?
Because it just seems like the world is becoming like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Oh, I can't have an Instagram app, a Facebook app, a YouTube app, and all that. So I have to cut something out.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't have a YouTube app on my phone. So that's what I chose to cut out. I have Instagram, I have Snapchat. To me, that's enough. I have Twitter also. And them three, that's enough. I don't need like YouTube and all this other stuff as well.
Sure.
So when I figure out something, I'll just look it up on the internet instead of like watching it on YouTube or something. I'd rather like read about it than like see a video or something.
Totally.
I guess one of the things I kind of want to ask you to as well, just saying in the same realm, is, and if you can share, because maybe it might be this particular gig, but what has been or what has been your most toughest like role to prepare for?
You know, I did not like. I don't think I want kids. You know, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. It's still up in the air. We're still discussing. I don't know. You know, but one of these short films that I recently did, I had to play a father. So I was like, I was auditioning, and the director was like, "Do you think you'll be comfortable holding a baby?" And this baby was like, it was a young baby. It wasn't even a year old yet.
Oh snap!
You know, so I'm like holding this baby and trying to like, you know, I'm gonna be this baby's father, you know, and all that. So I'm trying to like audition for it, and that was probably hard. To prepare to be a role like of a father. That was really hard.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So you were just explaining
Mental, being able to like mental stability and the chaos of everything that's going on.
Like on set.
Yeah, and just like being prepared, like mentally, like staying focused with yourself.
Yeah, music helps a lot. So I'm a big like classic rock and roll fan.
Oh, okay.
Queen.
okay.
It's probably my favorite band of all time.
Really? Okay.
You know, and this role that I'm preparing for right now, even though it's out, like I don't want to say like in out in the woods, but even though it's like out there, you know, it's still like soothing, you know. And Queen to me is like a soothing band.
Okay.
So if I put some of that on in the background and just like prepare mentally, then I get in that state.
Okay. What's your top five?
I don't know, Queen.
Top five.
What? Top 5 Queen or top 5 classic rock?
Classic rock bands.
Beatles.
Queen is my number one. Like,
Okay. So you got one Queen. He said Beatles is number one for you.
Yeah, Beatles number 1 for me.
What about you? Keep going. Top five.
Oh, my top 5?
Yeah.
I say Queen is up there. Beatles is probably like number 3.
I get it. It's a little slower. I get it.
This guy.
Yeah.
Boston.
I don't know. I've never heard
Oh
of
wow.
him.
Okay.
Just look over here.
I listen to a little classic rock. I'm not like super into, but yeah, I know a
More
little
than
bit.
a feeling.
Yeah. I know that.
That's up there. And that's probably got to stop there. Like, I don't get too much into it, but
No, okay. I don't know. I'm not really like a big classic. Like a lot of my friends will listen to it. I don't know who they be playing half the time, but I have like, I'm definitely I would say like an ear for music, but I only palette most music. So like I don't do death metal or country. Yeah, I stay away from those two genres.
That's fair.
No, T-Pain's a really good, rock and roll, right?
Yeah.
I can see you in Wisconsin.
T-Pain, not real rock and roll.
This dude over here.
I just want to be a part of the group.
But yeah, no, that's dope though. Definitely, music has its perks for sure. Definitely has its perks for sure.
Yeah. So I had a little question. You've always been kind of Portland based, right? Or Portland, Seattle, Northwest.
Portland, definitely. I've done roles in Seattle, visited Seattle, but it's not like I like vacation there. Right?
Yeah.
Or like raised.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Like no,
Yeah. So, Portland isn't, I personally don't know Portland as like a acting hub or like a modeling hub specifically. Do you ever find it being from Portland, a little tricky and sometimes tempting maybe to move down to like a California, Los Angeles? I know his brother moved down to Los Angeles, or maybe like a Miami or a New York type of thing, more of a larger metropolitan area.
I've thought about it. Definitely. Honestly, I'm so Portland, I can't see myself leaving.
Attaboy.
I think I'd rather stay here, do what I need to do here, than maybe if you get like some buzz or something, then go to LA. I'd rather not go to LA and then fight with another 10 million people.
Just get lost. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's something Robert and I talk about, being the big fish in the little pond.
yeah.
And I think Portland gives you that opportunity where it's still like plugged in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think the modeling scene here is a lot bigger than we think it is, just because of the major sports hubs from Nike,
yeah.
Adidas, Puma, and stuff like that. So
Adidas, yeah.
yeah, especially like the sports aspect of modeling here is like it's phenomenal. A lot of people fly in just to do sports modeling here.
I see. Okay.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Fair enough.
That's very true, yeah.
Yeah, I only know that because my friend does sports modeling.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and
What's
he
up?
got a gig doing like stuff with Fred Meyers, but it started from like Nike and Nike, Adidas, Under Armour. Like he does all that type of stuff all the time. So
That's
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
yeah. Your board is muted that whole time.
Ah, God damn it. Continue.
Did I do that? or
No,
something?
you're fine.
Okay, all right, okay.
Just you can answer that. Okay, keep going.
Refresh the question one more time.
That's fair too. Thank you. So, I want to ask when it comes to for you getting gigs in Portland, because Portland is so like people have this conception about Portland when it comes to a lot of different things, and we don't think about modeling or we don't think about acting here. So, how do you go about getting gigs in the Great Northwest in this area?
Okay, so yeah, there's a little team that helps out, that works with me, definitely. Some companies will reach out directly because I have my email on my Instagram. So some companies will just like reach out directly, and I'll just get an email from a company like, hey, we want you to model for us, paying this much, it's gonna be this date, can you do it? So that's what happens a lot. It's rather like a little team that works with me, or a company will just email me directly.
Yeah. Is there ever like kind of slow periods, in the season?
Oh my God, yes.
Is there normally like, it's the slow season right now?
Yes, and it sucks because
Yeah.
I want it so bad. Like
Yeah.
I want to be on set. I want to be acting and modeling. I want to make money. I want it
course.
like bad.
Yeah.
Like the worst day on set is better than the best day at a 9 to 5. So I want to be on set. I want to be modeling and acting all the time. But there's definitely super slow periods. And it's just like, oh my God, like when is somebody going to email me or call me? Like,
Yeah,
come on.
totally.
I'll do it for pennies right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, come
That's crazy.
on.
So is there like, I know you probably can't put it out there. Is there like one gig that stays real consistent for you?
No, not right now. No, I don't have any. I'm not a reoccurring character on a TV show or anything like that. So I don't have anything that I'm doing consistently. It's just gigs that just like pop up here and there. Like
Okay.
maybe do this commercial shoot or do this modeling gig or something like that.
Okay, interesting.
Kind of to piggyback off his question, do you ever notice yourself getting casted for a similar type of role?
Yes and no.
Okay.
When I first started,
Yeah.
like when I was doing like the extra stuff, there was always like in the Grimm script, it would say like Street Kid 1, Street Kid 2, and all of them said that. I was like, they want me to keep playing a street kid. Why do they, and I'm just an extra in the background, but it says
Yeah.
Street Kid. And I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah.
And then, but now like recently it's been like different gigs here and there, like
Yeah.
playing a father and doing different things.
Definitely.
It's interesting that you said that too as well.
What?
Get off of my stuff.
Oh, sorry.
That's X-ray vision right there.
I didn't know that.
Really?
Robert's a street kid.
Whoa! Did you just call me the N-word? Whoa!
Wow.
Donald Sterling
That got
0.2.
All right, that was
Here we go.
props.
Pandora's box.
I also too want to proverbially piggyback off of them, where it's kind of like I'll just bring up a little bit about me too, where it's kind of like the tokenization of like me, my profession, about like I'm like this person, like I fit into this box. I guess I would love for you to speak further about that, because I think I could talk about this, and heck, if he comes for me, he comes for me. So, like, my brother kind of speaks of being typecasted as, you know, street kids and thugs a lot, and how he doesn't get opportunities to break that mold.
Exactly.
And to make this, like, really productive, because you kind of already answered that. What roles, whether it be modeling or acting, that you really envision yourself playing? Is it you being the next Red Ranger or you being the next something? I don't know.
Yeah.
Man, to be honest, anything. I just want to act. I just want to model. There's no like, you know, dream role, or I want to be like a Marvel character, or you know, it's nothing like that. I just want to be like a star in like a feature film or something like that. And that character can be anything. He can be a doctor. He can be a lawyer. He can be there's no like, I want this in particular role. Right now, I'm so like, I've done things, you know, but I still feel like I'm still new to it because haven't had that reoccurring role or anything.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally.
I really appreciate your answer, because literally every person that we've had on here has like a big goal, aspiration, and dream. And I even started off by like saying like superstar, because usually, because I'm very grandiose, like usually when people do stuff, they do it to the max. And I really appreciate you just doing it and just saying what you said, because you're doing it just for the love.
Exactly.
Like that's different and fucking welcome. Like you don't hear that often, because everyone thinks you have to be this.
You have to shoot for the stars.
Aim for the moon.
I just love it.
Now, have there ever been a role where you're like, this is a mess? Like you're on set, you're like, you know, maybe I got played here a little bit. This company's a little sketchy. They want me to do some stuff. I'm like,
Yeah, but
Drag the company.
Yes, there has been roles like that. I don't want to elaborate.
you don't have to.
Oh,
if you
wow.
don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, there really has, and it's like, what the heck did I sign up for? Like,
Yeah.
I've called my girl in the middle of it, and like I'm thinking about just dipping like right now, like you know. But that's not professional. But I'm like, if they're not being professional, then why do I have to be professional?
Exactly. Yeah.
You know.
Interesting.
So yeah, I'm not gonna elaborate on what the role was or what the company was or anything like that. But there's definitely been times I'm like, this is a shit show.
Yeah.
Can I say that? Or
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you can cuss.
You can say whatever you want.
I
So-
can't say the N-word too many times.
for me that like for me that jumps into like my question for you is like, you know, people always talk about the craziness of LA and the acting thing and being able to do this so you can get that. Like, do you ever feel like that's something that comes into like Portland acting scene? Like,
I haven't experienced it. Yeah. Y'all really going there?
Yes, bang, bang, bang.
we play no games, man. We play no games.
You know, I haven't experienced it, but I'm sure that it does happen. You know, I don't want to be a part of that, but I'm sure it's happened.
Man, we really trying to get him to spill the beans, but he's doing a good job. Actually, I want to take a serious turn before, because I'll definitely take a serious turn because and this is kind of a blend of acting and modeling too as well. I was listening to, I think it was Viola Davis, and she's just coming out, and she was just saying she's writing like her book, and she was talking about how like a group of her old like schoolmates would like really pick on her and bully her because of the color of her skin. And I just know, just growing up black within the black community, there's a lot of colorism, and especially when it comes to acting, I know that my light-skinned brethren get more roles than my brethren who are dark-skinned, and there's that perception of beauty. And I was just wondering, how does that affect you at all, whether you could bring it up in your mental health or just your overall perception? Have you been affected by that, or do you believe you've ever been affected by that in any of your roles or gigs?
I think so. I recently auditioned for this feature film. This would have been like a really, really good big break. Like it really would have been. And then I went back and auditioned 3 times
Oh,
for this
wow.
role. 3 times. I mean, and that's not like a lot, you know. A lot of actors, they audition like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Yeah.
10 times. But I auditioned 3 times for this role, and I did not get the part. And then when I saw the movie poster of like the person that did get the part, he was light skinned, you know, and that came to my mind, like, dang, like maybe they didn't want a dark skinned person with dreads playing it. And I'm not gonna cut my hair for a role. I mean, it has to pay like millions for me to cut my hair for a role, but you know, so that has happened before. It's only happened once, but it's definitely happened.
So like, man, the effects of colorism towards you, like, does that change like how you approach different situations? Do you ever like look at it and maybe it's like, maybe I just didn't do well? Or is it like, no, they definitely did not want to see me play this role?
Maybe I didn't do well. You know? maybe I didn't. I thought getting called back 3 times. I thought I did do well, but maybe I didn't. But I can see maybe they wanted somebody else to play it, or maybe I just didn't fit that role. Getting called back so many times, I would think that I'm like on pace to get that role, you know, fitting the description of it. But yeah.
Does that affect like how you approach any other acting gig? Like this one comes along, you're like, maybe not. Or this one, like, does that, you think that plays like a role into like your next gig?
I want to like go for as much as I can.
Okay.
So it hasn't really affected it. Like no matter what the description of the character says, like I'm gonna, if I fit the description, then I'll go for it. You know, as long as I'm a match, I'm gonna go for it. If I'm not a match, then of course I'm not gonna go for it.
Yeah.
But if I am a match, then I'm gonna continue to push for it.
All right. Well, I have one more thing that I would like to really put forth, because we are myth busters here, and we have the perfect person to bust some myths about some societal things. So,
I'm scared.
I'm gonna need a close-up, Cos,
Yes, sir.
of our guests.
Yes.
So get in close.
Oh wow, I didn't know that move. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, if you're on the audio, go watch the visuals, and then get real close. Get a nice computer. Look at this man's skin,
Shining.
flawless.
It's not sweaty.
It's not sweaty.
No, you're good. You're
He
good.
takes care of himself.
And-
There's a myth, obviously, in the black male community, black don't crack, but like males in general, taking care of like skincare. Like you were definitely one of the people that I wanted to talk to, because you were on our when we collabed together. You came to our shoot. You were like, I gotta fix my face. I was like, damn, I've never heard of that, because I just throw soap on my face and be like, do it. Clean the crevices.
He's saying that because I wore those.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So I want to ask for you when it comes into, because how you look is very important. So I guess for, I don't know how these guys. You take care of your face well, right, Cos?
All the time.
All right. Could you really bless us with like knowledge of what it comes to actually treating your skin properly as a dude? Because I know dudes don't do that a lot.
Bro, I don't really have a routine.
You don't have a routine?
You don't have a routine?
No, I mean, like before a shoot, there's like these I don't know what the name is, but my girl, she has like these strips that she puts under her eyes. And then when I did a photo shoot, like one of my very first, not the Adidas one, but a couple ones after that, I noticed there was like just bags under my eyes, and I just wasn't feeling that. I'm like, you can't, like, Rashad, no, you got to do something about that. So I had those gold strips that you were talking about, and I put them under my eyes to see if they would go away. But as far as like a facial routine, I really don't have a facial routine. Instead, I brush my teeth and wash my face in the morning, and
That's more than most.
that's my routine right there. Put lotion. Really good. I mean, I guess I do have a routine.
What type of lotion do you use?
Yeah, it's just like Nivea.
Okay.
Or the like the Vaseline lotion.
Yeah.
Cocoa butter.
Cocoa butter.
Clogging
Yes.
your pores. Even I know that.
Yeah.
With Vaseline.
No, but not like Vaseline, like the gloppy.
Okay.
Not that.
Petroleum jelly.
Right, I was
but
about
no.
to say.
No, there's like a Vaseline that says on lotion. Just like I should have just said lotion instead. But all right. But yeah, I don't have like an actual.
Never mind.
You know, just wash my face. You know, with the towel.
I'll take the L today. I made an assumption.
So
Noel.
from what I read, it says like you don't drink or anything like that.
Where'd you read this at?
Uh,
No, I don't.
We do our research.
No, I don't. But I'm just messing with you. I don't.
no. Yeah, so I was like,
I like he was looking at me. He's like, "Well, Robert's sent all this information."
I wasn't gonna say that. I was just like, I got it from this article I see. But do you think that also plays a part into the process of like your skin?
Actually, yeah, I do. Probably. I don't know, but probably.
Fair enough.
I'm just curious because like one of my good friends, he looks half his age and he doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, doesn't do nothing like, and he also who models, and he always gets. He went to Hawaii with a few kids we actually used to coach, and people were asking him if he was younger than the kids he coached, and so so it was one of those type of situations, and so I was curious like. Do you feel like that plays a factor into like how your skin appears and looks and feels and stuff like that?
I have heard that before, so I don't know if that's a myth or not, but I have heard that. So I can see that possibly being true. I've been to Hawaii twice. And the first time I went to Hawaii, it broke my face out. Like,
really?
Because the sun over there is different from the sun over here. Yeah, I mean, it's the same sun, but the humidity is different from there to here. So like when I came back from Hawaii to Portland, it really like my face was just not what's up.
Some people just hit the genetic lottery as well. Don't age.
Black don't crack. So I mean, that's
Good for you.
that's just that's just another thing.
Gosh
but-
has a nice beard. I'm jealous.
The beard's the one benefit, being Eastern European. I've actually taken a lot of seriousness into skincare lately. Because we're on the topic of skincare. Because I do jujitsu, really gross sport. A lot of staph infection, a lot of MRSA type of stuff. I actually had a skin infection breakout here to start the year off. So now after practice, I have these eucalyptus wipes that are designated for jujitsu. Take them, wipe my face, wipe my arms. I take a shower with specific body wash, like natural body wash meant for like post-training. I lotion afterwards, all this stuff. So I've gone much more into the skincare game.
I'm sorry to dodge our guest, but I have a question for you because I see this all the time.
Yeah.
Do a lot of fair skinned folks put lotion on their body?
Fair skin. Talking about white people?
I don't call them that. I just call them fair skinned
White
folks.
people. You can. That's funny. No, white people don't use lotion. If you see lotion in a white guy's room, it's because he's using it for something else. I'll tell you that right now. That's just a fact. Like, no, white, especially white men. No, we don't lotion. My dad, for example, so my dad's a construction worker, so his hands crack. He'd rather them crack than use like lotion on it to like help him. Like he hates lotion. And just I know like none of my friends use lotion. I'm maybe one of the few that like. And even then, I don't do it like every night. But like if I notice I have a lot of just random dry spots like on my legs or arms. I'll lather it up a couple of days and it'll go away.
Wow.
And you don't think that helps like the process of like younger skin? Like
Oh no, I totally.
About out of this.
No, I totally agree.
okay. No, I was just curious. No, I'm sorry. This is a little tangent. I just had to ask.
Fine. No,
Y'all show. Go ahead.
no,
I just had to ask
I
this
think
question.
it would help us a lot more. Help us a lot more.
You are doing a.
I'm speaking for the white man right now. I think we should all lotion more than we do. Yeah.
Respect.
Wow. I think this is the perfect time for us to segue into the last thing I just want to just ask for you. So when it comes all together, even though you kind of said that you just want to model and act for the game, and we don't hear that a lot. Usually people are like, I want this thing, or I have this like major goal. I just want to just ask for you, or in the next, let's just say the next 5 years, right? What is the mentality that you are pushing for yourself where you're not, or I shouldn't say not. Well, yeah, no. What's the mentality you're pushing for yourself for the next 5 years when it comes to, you know, acting, modeling, everything? What is your mantra? What are you pushing forward for yourself for the future?
I want to do it for a living, you know. So I want to act and model 100% for a living. Like that's what pays my bills. That's what I do for, you know, take out and all that. Like that. I just want to act and model for a living. Like I don't have like I said, I don't have like a dream role or anything like that. You know, I just want to continue to push it. Maybe, you know, something else will happen where I meet somebody else, this connection, you just never know, you know? So I just want to act and model for a living 100%.
I appreciate that so much because, like, even though it's not like this big thing, that is still like dope. Like I can't wait for that to happen for you because it will.
I appreciate that.
That's major because people don't hear that. I just want to do it for this. So this is the fun part of the show where we take a nice little turn. And we kind of ask you a few things. Like I have like a side segment, but you act, you model, you work, you do all those different things, but you also have another special job.
Right.
You're off the market.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You're a part of the faithful black man community. Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all be scaring me. Where y'all gonna go? I'm like, what are they gonna talk about?
Yeah. Well, we don't have a space for men to talk about relationships.
No.
And this is the back end of the show where we gotta talk about it because the ups, the downs, the positives. And I just want to ask for you, even though we've asked a ton of our guests this, hell, we even asked Jamal this. Jamal, if you're listening,
I'm gonna make Jamal listen to this. I'm gonna watch my episode.
yeah,
Damn right.
yes.
Get on him.
Yeah. I'm gonna make
All right, Jamal, you're a hater. You're a freaking hater. You're a fucking hater, Jamal. But anyway, I want to ask for you because you just talked about a lot of things that you're wanting to do for yourself. I want to just ask for you when it comes to, you know, maintaining and being in a relationship. How do you balance all of that? Friends, family, boo thing.
It can be a struggle, definitely. But you know, happy wife, happy life. Even though we're not married, you know, might as well be. We've been together for 7-8 years. You know, but we're in it for the long haul, definitely. I want to be one and done. But it's hard to it can be hard to balance, especially with the acting and modeling. With because my girl's like, well, who's gonna be on set? Like, what model's this? What model's gonna be? And I'm like, just chill. I'm a professional. You know, it's all good. Just chill, and that's about it.
I have a curious question. Has it ever come up, and you can answer this or not, in your relationship when it comes to, I know when it comes to, you know, modeling and acting, you know, things can get a little, you know, a titty on your arm, you know, you may have to kiss somebody. How have you had that discussion with your significant other?
Yeah, there you go.
I have, you know, and at first she was not feeling it. I just did a film where it was my very first sex scene, very very first.
Interesting.
And I mean, I had on like jeans and but she only had like on like the strap that like covered like the boobs and all that. And yeah, it can be that I was like, well, this is gonna happen, and I was like, it's just acting. I'm getting paid a lot of money for this, so just, you know, it's all good. Once you start talking about the money you're getting paid, then it kind of, all right, well,
Yeah.
I gotta know her too, so I want to make sure she's not gonna come find me. Wow.
That's funny.
yeah.
Man, that's crazy. Never mind.
Can I interject real quick?
I'm not gonna ask my question because
Just,
I'm gonna keep on the deep end. So.
Yeah, on the deep end.
Yeah, he's
Mine's
gotta go home.
So this is kind of just completely because you brought that up. How do sex scenes work in movies? If you don't mind saying a little bit about that.
I mean, they just try and make the actor feel as comfortable as possible because.
What are you laughing at?
I'm super sorry to come from as possible. Let me stop.
I mean, like, because like a lot, you know, because the woman, the actress that I was working with, like, she wanted to make sure, like, okay, we're doing this scene, but I need to be covered. Like, I don't want nobody, you know, seeing my these parts and all that. And like, I'm very respectful and all that. And I ask, like, okay, if you want me to like get off you or something, just let me know, because you don't know what somebody's past experiences are or past trauma is and all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the director that I worked with, he just tried to make sure that me and the actress were just as comfortable as possible.
Yeah.
If you guys need a break or something like that. That probably doesn't answer your question.
Damn, that's
No, that's good. Have you ever watched The Room?
Yes, the James Franco.
The original or The Room? Yeah.
I haven't seen the original,
You
but
gotta see the original.
I wanted to see the original after I saw the actual movie, Disaster Artist.
Yeah.
My girl was like, "We just saw the remake of it, so why are we gonna see the
Okay,
original?"
if you have like a night by yourself, whatever, with your girl, watch. It's on YouTube. I think you can find it on YouTube.
Okay.
Best sex scene ever. It's like
You're a little freak.
now. I'm just saying it's like
monster
5 minutes longer than it needs to be. It's super awkward.
I know,
It's
I know you saw it.
yeah. it's so funny. It's that movie. It's great. I love that movie.
It's so horrible that it's good.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
So how do you? So with everything that you do, how do you give time to your partner?
I mean, like I said, it's not like I'm booked every day, every week, you know, every whatever. So there's still plenty of time, you know. So we still, like, this weekend we're going to Astoria because my birthday is Monday. So
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Gang. Happy
appreciate
birthday.
y'all. So there's still plenty of time to hang out, you know, to chill. It's not like I'm this in-demand actor where I'm always on set and never see her. No, I see her more than I'm, on set. So it's all good.
Yeah. Okay. Just kidding.
I have to ask one more thing, and then I have our last segment for the day, and then we'll wrap things up. So, I heard 8 years.
Yeah.
Men in our lane usually don't make it that far, and we usually on some dumb stuff. And I just want to ask for you, like, what does it take? What goes into building an 8-year relationship? What does it take?
Wow. I mean, listen to her.
Come on.
That's the right answer.
Okay, I let him get it. All right, I understand. Happy wife, happy life, but it's also both.
Yeah, it is, definitely. I mean, I think in my case, I think I just found my person. And to segue back to the health and all that stuff, she's just there. She's just there. When I'm in the emergency, I was just in the emergency. She was there. So you don't meet too many women like that that's gonna stick with you, like in a hospital room and all that stuff. So I think I just really found my person, and I fell in love with her. And just been rocking ever since.
What? When did you know?
I want to say first date because I took her to this sushi spot. And then I was always tight with the worker there, and I introduced her to and it's like this old Chinese man. Me and him, we were pretty tight, and I introduced them to, and he was like, and I was like, okay, I know this is.
Is it bad that I have a vivid picture of that? Is it bad that I have a very vivid
That's
picture
kind of
of
funny.
that?
That's super funny.
Well, I appreciate you sharing that, but I think this is the right group of gentlemen to go over this trauma trigger response that I went over, and we'll end the show with this. You guys know this person I'm about to bring up, but I was triggered because this was trending maybe like 2-3 weeks ago. So I'm gonna turn up the volume. No, we're not talking about Will Smith. No. All right, you guys can hear this. Oh no, we're gonna.
Russell had that bread. She ain't gonna be with him.
All right. Wait,
Russell Square. Russell Square. Russell Square. Sierra had a she has a good situation, but you don't leave Future and get with Russell Wilson. The thing is, I think that's what you don't leave Future and get with Russell Wilson. Like, it's a type. Listen, everybody got a type.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody has a type. You gonna leave Future and get with Russell Wilson? When you he's so damn square, and I love him on the field. He's a square. He's a fucking square.
Shannon, you go from this level of toxicity, you just want something stable. You want the guy that was sitting with that girl with that big old mouth at the draft that was laughing. She deserved to be with him.
Goofball?
Yeah, you want that.
You want to get with goofballs.
So,
Dang.
this was trending.
Who said that, by the way?
This was
Shannon
on-
Sharp. I'm an athlete.
Yeah, don't. My boy Shannon didn't say that.
Future's my favorite rapper.
This was off the Pivot podcast.
Oh, pivot.
This is off the Pivot podcast. So, people, audio, I'm pretty sure you heard that, but y'all heard that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just want to, get y'all's reaction. I'm pretty sure, or you're familiar with Russell Wilson and things like that, and things like that. Why is it in dude culture that we have to call people who are not the mold squares? Like, why is that such a why is Russell Wilson a square? That makes no sense to me. Why is that?
I don't get that. He's a professional quarterback in the NFL, one of only 32 jobs in the world. And you're
And he's one of the best at it.
and you're calling that man a square? I don't know. Just because he's not, looking like Future, they want to call him a square. And I don't want to say too much and get feathers rattled. So that's why.
Whoa! Stir the pot. I like that.
Wait, you'll probably get a Seahawks job. Please do this. Model for them.
That'd be nice. But I don't want to put all women in a box, but like that certain type of women, they go for that Future looking dude. They're gonna choose how Future looks, how he drives the cars he drives, women he has around him, just the lifestyle that he's living over the lifestyle that Russell Wilson is living. It's just that's just what our society is like looking at and says, oh, this is cool, so this is what you want to go after. Unfortunately, when Russell Wilson, he's a great dude himself, and Future's my favorite rapper. I will go to bat for Future any day of the week. But when this whole Future Russell Wilson thing, I just think it's stupid.
I did my research.
Kind of to jump into that. Like I want to kind of tap my foot in that same boat because it's crazy that we live in a society where like bad boys get the good looks and the good guys get the bad looks, and it's crazy because they talked about it. Like Russell Wilson he's stable, he's faithful, like he's all the things that these women usually talk about they want, but then they still chase the dude who has 10 girlfriends, 12 kids, whatever the case may be, and they still chase this idea of the bad boy. And I think it stems from our culture. Like we perpetuate the bad boy as being the good guy, or the tease, or the dude that everyone should want. When ultimately it's like at the end of the day, a lot of times those bad boys just want a good girl, you know what I'm saying? And like, but then they get thrown all these girls because they're the bad guy. And now, like, especially a lot of rappers, I feel like they have to play the role of the bad guy all the time. And so it's like, in that process, you don't really have time to kind of sit down and really like look at what you really want, because you're getting thrown this left and right and people here and there, and they go on a show and they get 25 girls lined up at the car because they want to be a part of the bad boy. They want a part of that bad boy. I don't know. It's just a culture I think we perpetuate, and as men, I think there's some sense of jealousy too. If you're the good guy, you get mad at the bad boy because he's getting everything that you want. And a lot of times the bad boy gets mad at the good boy because if a bad girl, someone who's fine and like fine, she just wanted a good, she just don't want no bad boy, or she don't want this type of dude, did it? Even though it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about that. Like, to me, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay. I just don't get the whole like how are you calling Russell Wilson a square?
Thank you.
He's Mr. Unlimited. That was a joke. That was a poke. He's a little bit of a goofball, but at the end of the day, like Rashad said, dude, he's a quarterback in the National Football League. The good dude is a 2-sport athlete, by the way. Amazing at baseball too.
Mm-hmm.
He got drafted to the MLB.
Yeah.
Same time he got drafted to the NFL. Yeah.
Really?
The dude's a stud.
Yeah.
The dude's
He was a pitcher.
the dude's an absolute stud.
Did not. Wow.
I don't know how you can call that guy a square because he goes to church on Sunday, and then, he does like business ventures and this type of stuff. But that's where we're living now. Do you think because of Sierra's negative relationship with Future, she had to bounce back with a nice guy like Russ? Do you think that was a natural like slingshot effect?
I really don't. Because she I feel like she could have got with any other celebrity. It just happened to be Russell Wilson.
Okay.
I don't think she was. I mean, I don't know. I'm not in Sierra's head. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all, you're fine.
But I don't think so. No.
Like the crazy thing about it is the reason why I kind of wanted to bring it up with these gentlemen here, where it's kind of like I more or less don't want to go down like the whole, and I have some comments about certain women, archetype of a woman, things like that, but like from dude culture, we like that jealousy piece that you're bringing up. It's kind of like I'll speak to on my own because I'll die on whatever hill. We're like growing up. I know what that jealousy piece and portion is about, but I had to mature my way out of it and to be like, no, that's just, not my type of chick that I want. And it just tells me more about that person if they can't see the special qualities that I have, if they want me to be a generic role. And the reason why I bring up the dude part of it is like, I'm a sports, working out every day, anime, movie watching nerd, where like I know in certain areas like dudes would consider me a square because I know how to whitewash and talk very proper, or I can talk with the slang. I'm adaptable. I just know what to do. And I just find it very disheartening that another dude, I'm pretty sure this guy, whoever is saying it, I think he's probably an athlete. He's probably pivot, whatever.
He was an athlete.
He's a nobody.
Where it's just kind of like, our plight. And this is where, as dudes, we're like, don't get me wrong, I got beef with maybe like 3, and I'm going to say this, niggas on this planet. Where I get it. Where I'm like, I will forever have beef with you. But like, why am I going to talk down someone that I know is just a different version of me? And that's what I see a lot when it comes to the entertainment industry, all this different stuff. Like, you have to be just like this. And I'm just kind of like, why as dudes that it has, why is that so cool to talk us down because I'm different from you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, fair.
And I can relate 100% because I love WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment.
Wow.
Love it.
Okay.
But I would get dissed by the girls growing up because, he likes wrestling, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with liking World Wrestling Entertainment, But so I can relate 100%.
Yeah. Did you watch WrestleMania the other week?
I did.
What'd you think? What'd you think of Logan Paul?
He did good.
You did good, right? Yeah, he did good.
He really did. I wasn't. He did good. He did.
You think he'll be back? I think he fits it.
I think it was too much for him.
You think it was too much for him?
Yeah, he's a social media. He's not. You got to be tough to be a wrestler. I'm not saying he's not tough.
Maybe.
Because he's also.
I mean, he fought Floyd Mayweather.
Exactly. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't see him doing it full time.
Fair.
Maybe coming back on a guest role. But,
Yeah, I see that too.
yeah. What was your favorite match?
Pat McAfee. I'm a Pat McAfee guy.
What was your favorite match from night one?
I didn't watch that one.
Okay.
I only saw the highlights. I didn't watch the whole rest. I'm an MMA guy.
Okay.
But like, I'll tap into WWE. I grew up loving WWE. Got out of it. Last couple years, I've been like, I'll watch highlights here and there. I'll look at storylines here and there.
Did you see Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes?
I did not.
That was good.
He's a big WWE guy. I can tell. Yeah, no, he watched day 1 and day 2 of WrestleMania. I didn't even know it was over 2 days.
I sat down, made my girlfriend watch it too. She was
That's
like,
like-
"Rashad, I'm not watching night
that's like-
2."
I thought you just happy wife, happy life. You're like, we watching WWE, girl.
That's like 10 hours, right? Something like that.
It was close to it.
That's insane.
Close to it, man.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So I want to bring this full circle because I want to ask y'all, because we always like to ask questions and hopefully just get some answers. They don't have to be right, but like, how would you preferably talk to another guy? We'll just say this guy, right? In the room, because obviously, you know, I always use Costa's as an example. You know, Costa square. I'm like, he's more of a hexagon, but you know, he's not. But now it's point.
I'm a square and I'm proud, man. If Russell Wilson's a square, I'm fine being a square.
Right?
Yeah.
So I guess the end. What do you guys think so we can push this forward as dudes? How can we pay it forward to other dudes who are just doing it differently and are men in their own ways? Like, how would you? What would y'all's rebuttal be to homeboy?
That guy?
Yeah.
Dude, look in the mirror. I don't know, dude. Get some fresh air.
Yeah, like,
if this is like that much on your mind.
If he's thinking about that at that age, then he's so far gone. Like, there's nothing I can really say to change his mind, other than Russell Wilson, one of only 32 jobs in the world, and he's a square. Like, I don't know.
You got to change who he's talking to.
Yeah.
I think it's a circle.
I think it's for me, it's more of like respect as a whole, period, right? Like, and like you need to, like Kyle said, look in the mirror and just have some respect for people. Like, that's disrespectful. Like, even into the sense of like discrediting Russ for who he is as a person. Like, everyone has their differences. Everybody's looked at differently. Everyone has a perspective of how they live their life. Like, we all do 4 different things, and when we wake up in the morning. But I'm not talking down on how each one of you guys do things and calling you, oh, you're a triangle because you do this. Like, who? Like, just because of the way you live your life doesn't determine. And I think for me, it hit me home, him saying that, because I got called a square all the time because I had the perception of being white, or you talk white, or whatever the case may be. And so it's like, man, no, I'm just educated. No, I just do things different. Yeah, I like to go camping. Yeah, I like to go, like, there's just different people in life. It doesn't matter what you look like. There's still people. Like, and I think we have to ultimately understand that. Like, everybody has a different walk of life and pathway of life. Like, I think one of our last guests, man, he was a death metal person. I would have never expected that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like each person has their own walk of life and what they do and how they carry themselves. So you can't discredit somebody for who they are when they just being who they are.
Well, I just want to say this, like, literally, this is why I like super like love all the guys that are here, because like we all do different things, and it's never that sense of it like arrogance. So that's why I love AJ, where he's not like, well, I'm a vegetarian and vegan, y'all eating like shit, blah, 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 blah. And like, it's just like, this is what I do. And like, we can joke about it. Like, we're not trying to say we have to be all PC, but like, we can joke about it, but like from like a true like root of it, where Kosh MMA fighting, he's like, I love this. Like, I got to be doing this. And that's something I respect. Same thing with you. I just respect WWE, even though I found out The Rock. But like, I respect it. We're like, I may have jokes because that's how guys connect. But at the end of the day, we're like, may not be my jam, but I respect that. And I just want to say, I respect all you guys. And if no one said to you this week, I'm proud of you, man.
Thanks, Robert. You too.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Well,
Yeah, no, just
fuck you too then. With all that being said, I want to say thank you, my good man, for coming through.
I really appreciate you guys having
Absolutely.
me. Yeah, thank you. That means a lot. Thank you for having me. Like, usually, like, I know actors are like, you know, the perception of actors is like in the forefront and want to be, you know, in the spotlight and all that. But some actors are like shy and reserved and don't, you know, really do like to do podcasts and TV shows. There's just one actress. She said there was something really embarrassing about being an actor, and I can like see what she means because it can't feel that way, definitely. But yeah, seriously, thank you for having me. That does mean a lot. Thanks.
We need you to lace them with your social medias again and where they can find you before we get up out of here.
Instagram at Rashad Westlife. That's the best place to find me.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I'm hey.
And if you want to give the show a subscribe, a like, a follow, share it, we'd appreciate that as well. Whether you're on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes Music, or Radar.
Anchor.
Anchor. I don't know who uses Anchor.
You can follow us on all our social medias as well. This has been the Play No Games podcast. Peace.
/show.
I love you guys. We did a phenomenal job.
Take care.
Peace.
Probably wondering if I think of you. Sorry, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, for the bag that I never had. Yeah, you probably mad right now. Yeah, I got a 2-piece now. But shit, I think they call them groupies now.